Bon dia, and welcome to Move to Portugal Daily, Episode 128, 2026-0508. I'm Mateus Costa with the Portuguese Pride Network. In the next 10 minutes, I'll give you exactly what you need on the family cost map, real euro costs to raise kids in Lisbon, Porto, and the Algarve. Let's run the numbers. Picture this, a sunny playground near the Tagus River, a stroller, a school bag, and a family figuring out whether they can afford a life here. Today, I'll give you 3 region-by-region cost comparisons, childcare in schools, housing math, and healthcare plus benefits, with concrete euro figures you can use today. By the end of this episode, you will have 3 immediate action steps to lock down spots and avoid mistakes that cost thousands. Why this matters right now. Family costs change the visa you pick, the neighborhood you can afford, and whether you qualify for supports like SNS Healthcare and Abono de Familia. If you underestimate daycare or school fees, you can quickly squeeze your monthly budget and end up compromising on schools or commuting hours. This episode anchors decisions in real numbers and direct program names so you plan with confidence. Point 1. Childcare and school costs. Start with private daycare. Expect a range of roughly 350 to 800 euros per month. Lisbon sits at the higher end. Think 500 to 800 in central neighborhoods, while Porto tends to be 350 to 600 euros, and the Algarve typically falls between 400 and 700 euros, depending on season and demand. International school tuition varies widely. A practical band is 6,000 euros to 18,000 euros per year. For example, St. Julian's in Cascais or Lisbon area international options can push toward 12,000 euros to 18,000 euros annually. The Porto British School is commonly in the 8,000 euros to 14,000 euros range. In the Algarve, you will find smaller international offerings around 6,000 euros to 12,000, but choices are fewer, and some schools add waiting list or registration fees. Public schools, by contrast, are free and high quality for Portuguese speakers, with integration support available, but expect language transition time and local catchment rules. Public schooling basics. The Escola Pública is free for residents and follows the national curriculum. If you plan to enroll in public school, budget for extras like books, extracurriculars, and language support, typically 200 to 600 euros per year per child. For many expat families, a mix is common, public school for primary years and an international school for older grades, or evening language classes to speed integration. Point 2. Housing and living space math for families. For a 2 to 3 bedroom apartment or small house, you should plan these ranges. Lisbon rent, roughly 1,500 to 2,500 euros per month, depending on neighborhood and proximity to good schools. Buying in family-friendly neighborhoods is typically 350,000 to 650,000 euros for a 2 to 3 bedroom apartment or townhouse. Porto rent, 900 to 1,600 euros per month, buying around 200,000 to 450,000. Algarve rent, 1,000 to 2,000 euros per month, buying 250,000 to 500,000. The trade-offs are straightforward. In Lisbon, you pay a premium to be near top international schools and shorter commutes. In Porto, you get more space for less rent, but some top private schools concentrate in central or northern suburbs. In the Algarve, you trade year-round school density for excellent lifestyle and seasonal market swings, and sometimes higher seasonal rents. When you model household costs, include one-off school costs. Application fees, deposits, and uniforms can add 1,000 to 3,000 euros upfront per child for international schools. Also budget for deposits. Expect 2 to 3 months rent plus agency fees if you use a broker. That upfront capital often determines whether you can secure a place quickly or need temporary housing. Point 3. Healthcare, benefits, and taxes. The SNS provides pediatric care to residents. Once registered, you can access GP and pediatric appointments at low or no cost. For faster access or English-speaking pediatricians, private visits range about 50 to 120 euros per appointment. Family allowance, Abono de Familia, is a meaningful support, roughly 30 euros up to about 165 euros per month, depending on the child's age and household income. Important note on taxes. For household income planning, the NHR regime can help certain new residents with exportable income or foreign pensions, but family benefits and means-tested supports depend on residency status and declared income. Always verify eligibility with Finanzas and the local junta. Action time. 3 concrete steps to take right now. 1. Reserve a daycare place by joining the municipal waiting list and contacting private centers. In-demand spots fill months in advance. 2. Shortlist 2 schools and arrange visits or virtual interviews now. Register on waiting lists and pay any registration fees to secure your spot. 3. Budget for deposits, school registration fees, and a contingency of at least 5,000 to 10,000 euros for upfront costs in your first 3 months. 3 common mistakes to avoid that cost families thousands: assuming public school enrollment is instantaneous, underestimating international school registration deposits, and skipping a local accountant to check benefit eligibility and tax implications. Listener tip. A parent wrote in about international school waitlists. 2-step fix. First, contact admissions and ask to be added to the waiting list and to be notified of any cancellations. Second, provide a short application plus the registration fee and ask for a dated receipt. Schools often consider families who can show readiness to enroll. If waitlists are long, secure temporary daycare and reapply mid-year when spaces open.
Custom CTA. Download the free Family Move checklist at Portuguese Pride Network. It includes a worksheet for childcare costs, a school contact template, and a list of municipal daycare portals for Lisbon, Porto, and the Algarve. If this episode helped, hit subscribe on YouTube and follow on your favorite podcast app. For more information, visit nomadlifesuccess.com. That's your move today. This is Mateus Costa, Saúde, and I'll see you tomorrow.